Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Madison.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. First carry here for Kene Nwangu.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Play fake, Cousins. Pressure comes in, he's brought down, it's a Panther sack. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
Ready. Black clock. 43 rail. Ready.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. Yeah, look at this defense for the Vikings. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Now Young. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Young on 3rd down. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Another carry now for Madison. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Rather quietly, Osborne has become a relied-upon presence in Minnesota. 650 yards each of the last 2 seasons, due for an even bigger role for them in 2023.
On play action, Cousins. Under pressure, and down he goes. They overloaded that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
To throw is Cousins.
Middle of the field to Jefferson.
It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
Man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out the try ball from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Young will set to throw. Left side here to Sanders. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Down. 6. Mega.
Young.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll wind up getting this one all inside the 20.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining.
That throw by Young incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And they corral him just a couple of yards shy of the end zone. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Ready?
Sanders is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Come on, set.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Yellow, line. Opposite, green. Set.
They'll try to run with Sanders. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Out of his end zone, Cousins.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll go Madison up the middle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Right where they set him down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. This goes out wide from Madison.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fielded just inside the 30.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Strike blue.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo.
Young's pass complete to number 15, Jonathan Mingo. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5.
The 46-yard line.
Red, yellow. Set.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted.
Down the sideline he goes.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set, ready.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Fight, six.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down. The Panthers hit 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Young looks to throw on first down. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Here we go.
Second down and 3.
Black shot. Hut, hut.
Young. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and it makes it third down and 2 yards to go.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass to the sideline, pulled in. He's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It'll be Young again. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
You, yellow. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. And while you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Following the interception, Cousins.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Now inside the 25.
And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there for Minnesota. 61 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll be out of bounds. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Madison, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Cousins. Touchdown, Vikings.
K.J. Osborne.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings add 6 to their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Steel, black. Ready?
A second down throw for Young. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Gun.
Addison will go in motion left. Cousins here going to change the play.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
That is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Here's second and 10.
Throwing is Cousins.
This is Alexander Madison out of the backfield with it.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Cousins now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Osborne. And down inside the 15 he goes. 10 more there and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Cousins now on second down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When there's extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Panthers nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They got 29 yards in time. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
They run with Sanders off the option, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Meanwhile, Young's throw taken in by Chark.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. 23 yards the pickup there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
They'll throw again. Young. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It's a gain of 34.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And between the last two plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. To throw is Cousins.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. On the toss, Madison. And he stopped immediately there. Nothing there, no gain, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 15. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this run.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Here's Madison running on first down. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Throwing, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field. But defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, it's Young.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Black. Stop.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. He's got it to the 43 here.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here's Madison getting it again on second.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
26. Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A first down throw for Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third.
On the double.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on third and long.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. He completes this one to Mingo.
Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. The big fella. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.